Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Come on, Sasha Barkov. Let me see you, Carter Verhaeghe. I need something Matthew Tkachuk. Can't let Jason Tatum be the only kid from St. Louis to lock it up. All right? We're going Cats crazy tonight. Stanley Cup Final Game 6. It's on the road. It's on the road. Panthers, Oilers. Can the Panthers seal it up tonight? We'll find out. But since it's on the road, you need a place to watch, and I'll give you the perfect spot. Duffy's Sports Grill. That's where they're going Cats crazy right now. Head on over to your nearest Duffy's. You can catch every minute of Florida's quest to win it all. With over 80 televisions in every location, you won't miss a single minute of the action of, again, what we hope to be the final game of the final. You get every goal, every save, every single big hit. And let's hope it's all the Cats delivering those. And you can catch it all at your nearest Duffy's Sports Grill. Duffy's, once again, voted the best sports grill in 2024 with their award-winning burgers and award-winning wings. And hey, no matter how well the game is going, you know you got the 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. That makes every game better. Win, lose, draw, 2-for-1 drinks. Who loses? Nobody. Not you. Burgers, wings, drinks, and the hockey championship. Enjoy it all at the Duffy Sports Grill near you. At Duffy's, our game is always on. We'll talk some Cats and Oilers a little later as well, but I got to dig right into this. This right here is just completely awful, and I won't even waste your time setting it up because you need to hear it. Matthew Stafford, I don't want to say he got embarrassed because I haven't spoken to the man, but I will say it is embarrassing. I have secondhand embarrassment over what his wife, Kelly Stafford, admitted on the Caitlin Bristow podcast, Off the Vine. Here it is, her making an admission from their days back at UGA in college.
Long story short, it wasn't that cute of a relationship at first. I hated him. I loved him. I dated the backup to piss him off.
What?
Oh, yes. He was like, that'll do it.
He was the bad boy, too. Like, Matthew's so sweet and Southern gentleman and all that stuff.
Wait, pause it right quick. Stop that. We had to play it again. Listen to the way she said he was the bad boy, too. One more time.
Story short, it wasn't that cute of a relationship at first. I hated him. I loved him. I dated the backup to piss him off, which worked.
Oh, yes. He was like, that'll do it.
He was the bad boy, too. Like, Matthew's so sweet and Southern gentleman and all that stuff. And the backup was the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Ooh, and it upset him.
There is nothing worse. There might be nothing worse than not only your current wife. I mean, she said that with a bit of nostalgia.
Yeah.
When she said he was the bad boy.
She was picturing him.
Admitting her past, excavations. Or well, I said excavations. That's not the word I was looking for. Expeditions. Admitting them. But then also them talking about it being a former teammate of yours. And he was the bad boy, too. Like, that was a little freaky, Kelly Stafford.
The bad boy is a good thing.
Yes.
Right? That's a thing you admire when it comes to dating, no?
You don't want your wife to be talking about a guy in her past being the bad boy. You want him to be like, oh, he's a great guy. He was a cool dude. Like, we enjoyed our time together. That's better to hear than, oh, he was a bad boy. He was real edgy.
Mm-hmm. He made me feel something.
Bruh. That's what she said. And it sounded like he made her feel something that she hadn't felt in some time. Oh. So Matthew Stafford.
Matty Ice.
Matt, I for one, I feel for you. There's secondhand embarrassment. Again, we don't know what he said. We haven't gotten any rebuttal from Matthew Stafford, but that's ugly. The worst part about this is there's people speculating online who that might have been, going back to the UGA days, looking at backup quarterbacks. It's all ugly, but it got us thinking on here. What are the top 5 worst guys for your wife to have dated before you? Top 5 worst guys for your wife to have dated. Now, obviously, if you're a football quarterback and the guy that's a backup in your locker room is dating your wife, your future wife, that's an ugly scenario.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want that. But that's what we're going to do right here. Friday, a top 5 Friday on Theoretically Speaking. We're going to give you our top 5 worst guys for your wife to have dated. It's a top 5 Friday.
Top 5, no debating. Top 5.
And the Top 5 Friday is brought to you by Discover the Palm Beaches. You already know the hashtag. It's hashtag Love the Palm Beaches. Let's start off with number 5. Top 5 guys worst guys for your wife to have dated.
Number 5.
Your best friend. And the reason I say this is likely your best friend is a groomsman in your wedding, if not the best man. And if he has a history with your wife, have you seen the movie The Best Man, CKatt?
I have not.
It ain't good. It ain't good. And in that movie, yes, there was a scenario in which the best man had relations with the husband's wife.
There's a non-zero chance that groomsman will like stop the wedding, like stay now and forever hold your peace. He might say something now.
Yeah, or even worse, he says something later, like 10 years into your marriage, and you're like, that's something that you would not be able to erase from your mind or deal with. Plus, if it's your best friend, you have a real, genuine connection and relationship with the dude. So it's like, do you cut him off or do you get a divorce? Might have to be the latter.
Number 4.
A famous athlete. Top 5 worst guys for your wife to have dated. A famous athlete. Mainly, this is probably personal to me because it's like, if you're a big sports fan as well, and you're like rooting for teams and you're up to date with the sports news, and you see, you look and you're like, oh God, Trevor Lawrence just got the $200 million guaranteed extension.
Oh no.
And here I am scraping, just trying to get by.
What if you have like their jersey?
Oh,
You gotta
no.
throw it out. You can't wear the other man's jersey.
You gotta burn that jersey. You gotta burn that jersey, and you also have to become a hater of anything that guy does. Like, you're over here like, yo, I cannot stand Sebastian Telfair. What? I hate the dude. The Knicks suck. I hate Sebastian Telfair. Why? I'm not going to tell you why, because the dude used to date my wife.
Number 3.
Number 3, top 5 guys, worst guys for your wife to have dated before you, your current coworker. I'm not the jealous type. I'm not the type to get all super involved in the past of my wife, but if I had the current knowledge that somebody here at ESPN West Palm had dated my wife before me, I just don't know. Like, I would be having to set him up. I would have to set him up and get him out of here. I'd be like, yo, come on the show, man. You know, get a couple drinks in him beforehand, trick him into saying a cuss word. Hey, FCC violation, get him out of here. He's done.
You're gone.
Can't have that.
No.
Can't have that in my place of work. That's ugly.
Oh, like,
Current coworker.
like asks about her.
Oh my gosh! Or when you bring her to the company happy hour, and they do like a quick 10-minute catch up.
No. How's your dog?
Oh no! Then it's like she's showing them pictures of the dog. Oh my God, he's so big now.
Right. They adopted the dog when they were together. No.
Somebody's not leaving that happy hour.
That dog never respects you, Theo.
It doesn't.
That's not.
Oh my gosh! What if she brings the dog like to work one day, picking you up, and the dog remembers him?
No.
And he's like, he runs up to him, and before he even, the dog don't even run up to you no more. He runs up to that guy, and you got to go into work. You got to clock in and see him the next day. Absolutely awful. Again, the top 5 worst guys for your wife to have dated before you, based off of Kelly Stafford admitting that Matthew Stafford's former backup quarterback in college was an old fling of hers. Number 2.
Number 2.
Her current coworker.
It somehow got worse.
When I first thought that this couldn't, like, the worst possible thing was to walk into work and be like side by side a teammate with a guy that used to date your wife. Imagine your wife goes off to work 8 hours a day, weekdays, every day, and works side by side with a guy that she used to lay side by side with.
That's her work hubby.
Oh my gosh, it's automatically a work. They have a history, they have chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
They know each other in the biblical sense. I would hate that. And also, man, just imagine like when she has to go on an out-of-town work trip. They got conferences to hit.
No.
There's a company happy hour going on. You're out of town, so you can't pull up, and it's just them, and it lasts until like 9:30.
You're breaking my heart.
She's texting back slow. You're like, yo, where you at? 30 minutes pass. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. We got caught up in conversation. The nachos are great here.
He can talk to her about work a lot better than you can because you can't relate.
All the inside baseball stuff, like she's really struggling with something at work. The boss is really picking at her and whatnot, so she calls him up for advice on what to do. They're on the phone for an hour and a half.
Work drama? Oh, no.
That's ugly. That's over with. She got to change jobs. Again, I'd have to go in there and figure out a way to set him up as well. Y'all can't be working together, especially my wife's a art director, so she works closely in tandem with somebody. Like, they have to talk all the time, her partner. If her partner was an ex of hers, not going to work.
This is like a Jim Pam situation in the office.
Oh, my.
I had to walk in and kick some ass like Roy did. He got pepper sprayed.
You got to get in there. If not, hey, man, you're leaving yourself up to jeopardy, man. You can't put yourself in that situation. Matthew Stafford, this is what you should have did. You should have handled business. I guess he did. He went to the NFL.
Number one
on the Top 5 Friday, the worst guys for your wife to have dated. And this one, I mean, it eclipses all. An immediate relative. And I had to put immediate relative in that one because I'm talking like a sibling or dare I say a parent?
Yeah, or
you can't cut them off.
Or a son.
Oh my God.
We don't have kids yet, but I'm putting myself 25 years in the future. I don't know.
Do you understand what you're saying here?
Well, it's like the movie The Step Brothers. Like, I've had the old bull, now I want the young calf.
But
wait, other way around. I've had the young calf, now I'm getting the young. Yeah.
But you're talking about your wife here, so it would be somebody you're married to, and unless you had this son out of wedlock, that would be his mom, CKatt. That would be that kid's mom.
Yeah, you're right.
So I hope you wouldn't have to worry about your son.
We'll stick to siblings. All right. Yeah.
Sweet home Alabama. Woo. That was the Top 5 Friday. Again, we'll go back through the list. Top 5 worst guys for your wife to have dated. Number 5, best friend. 4, famous athlete. 3, your current coworker. 2, her current coworker. And number 1, the immediate relative. We'll tweet that out. Get your opinions on those. Sweet home Palm Beach County. That's what we say. Not really. We say hashtag love the Palm Beaches, and that's what Discover the Palm Beaches wants you to do, and you can win some monthly prizes when you do. We as residents of Palm Beach County know how spectacular it is living here in paradise, and we want you to show that off to your family, to your friends, anybody that doesn't get to enjoy the 561 on the level that we do. So go to your favorite hangout spot, maybe a specific field you used to play sports at, or your favorite restaurant. Take a picture, take a video, and hashtag it, love the Palm Beaches. And all summer long, when you do that, you have a great opportunity to win vacations, dining cards, all kinds of prizes and gifts, courtesy of Discover the Palm Beaches. All you got to do is go on social media, hashtag love the Palm Beaches, and then go online at lovethepalmbeaches.com/love. Again, that's lovethepalmbeaches.com/love. You fill out that form, you tweet out or post on Instagram a picture of your favorite spot, and boom, you could be riding high with prizes up to your neck. Discover the Palm Beaches, hashtag love the Palm Beaches. Show up and show out. CKatt, that was a testy one right there on Theoretically Speaking. I would say we went beyond the bounds that we typically do here. Do you think the bosses are going to be okay with that?
That was my favorite segment we've done in 51 episodes of this show.
It absolutely was. So you know what? If they're mad at us, so be it. We'll just dial it up as an accident, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of accidents, I mean, these South Florida roads get a little crazy. Car accident, truck accident, maybe a slip and fall. We know the guys to call. Anajar and Levine. Mark Anajar and Glenn Levine, they will fight for you because they don't get paid unless you do. They'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. So call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. Don't settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine. That's the Anajar and Levine difference. It takes just one phone call to take back control of your life. So take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. And hey, maybe it was an accident, a mistake for Kelly Stafford to reveal that information, but this is exactly why I would be petrified if my wife was on a podcast as often as she is. It just, all the trade secrets. Everything that's behind closed doors. Maybe Matt Stafford already knew about that, but now we all do, and I cannot forget it. When I see him lining up for the Rams this fall, I'll be thinking about how, well, yeah, that's ugly for you. What could be pretty for you is taking it to the house this weekend. We do that with you when we come back. As CKatt, I'm Theo Dorsey, Theoretically Speaking, on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Anajar and Levine